Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, I've had about a week to play SD Gundam Battle Alliance. 22 hours as of this time. I've got some more tips I wanted to share with everybody. First of all, when it comes to the MSs, I'm actually just, for now, just doing UC stuff. I'm just into UC, so for now, I'm just focusing on that. So another complaint I hear a lot is how the mouse and keyboard controls are. And I will say this game is supposed to be played with a gamepad just as much as a first-person shooter on the PC uses mouse and keyboard. I'm a mouse and keyboard guy, but this is the type of game where I would say you want to use a gamepad. A lot of people are also trying to compare this to the SD Go, the earlier SD Gundam online game. The issue with that is that was built more like GBO2 or the GBO games, where it's more of a third-person shooter. This game is actually not a shooter at all. Think of it as a Souls-like in terms of the action. So when you are locking on, you have to use the right thumbstick that you can then quickly target whatever else you want to target. I think people are playing this with mouse and keyboard thinking the mouse is for aiming and shooting, but really the ranged attacks are just other attacks you can use among your abilities and attacks that you have. But it's very important when you are playing single player to make sure that you are using partners that have mobile suits that are another class. There's the sharp shooter, the all-rounder, the infighter. It's kind of good to have a mix of those when you're starting a single player mission. Now, on this map, I'm actually using partners to where we have 2 sharpshooters and an all-rounder, so I'm technically not following that tip here, but this is a level I've already beaten, and it requires a certain MS level that I'm already over. But when setting the skills, there's certain things to think about. For instance, mechanic, repair kits take less time to use. That's very important if you are fighting a mobile armor or a boss that doesn't get distracted too easily. And then I'm also using Charmer, increased friendship gain from partner unit on mission clear. Really, this is just so I can quickly level up my partners. And then this one, I decided to Air Raider, increase aerial attack damage rate. I tend to do a lot of aerial attacks with the way I play, and this game lends to aerial attacking. So for now, that's just what I've been using. And then when setting the parts you want to equip on the mobile suits, it really all depends how you want to play, because some really help with ranged attacks, some help a lot more with melee attacks. You can even do auto guard if you really want to have it auto guard for you, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You can have an auto guard that takes up a whole space, or later on you can get parts that one of their abilities is auto guard. You can see down at the bottom there's 3 effects for some of these equipment parts. All right, starting the map, some things I've learned, like at the bottom you can see below the health bar there's those gray bars. It's not that noticeable, but by attacking as I'm doing here, you actually build that up. I'm going to show some techniques that you can use when you have that built up. One thing is I'm always making sure I keep moving. I might run out of a combo, but it's just being in the air, dashing around. Depending on what I'm trying to do, I will use a lot of projectiles first to kind of get damage down on units. Okay, so with your SPA, your special ability, depending on the type of suit you're using, you can make it work for you. So if you have a suit that gives you like this active ability where you're constantly in special mode, this allows you to get a lot more capital. So as you can see, I'm using the F91, I'm attacking, and I'm getting the red capital from these attacks. This is a good way to farm for capital. Not only are you much more powerful, so it's easier, but wait until you get to an area with a whole lot of enemies, so you can just kind of plow through them. And yeah, get a whole ton of capital. You see the GR flashing at the bottom. That means that all my allies are in good standing. If they're ever knocked out or anything, the icon will look a little different, meaning I'm not getting the full, I guess, extra attributes you'd get by having a full team. Okay, so here I'm going to be fighting a boss. One of my guys is already out. I am going to be utilizing the breaker stuff here, so let's go fight this guy. I used the breaker right now. I stopped his... it was a chain breaker because I was able to stop his combo. So when, my melee ran out for a second, it already came back, but then I'll step back and start doing as much melee, as much ranged as possible to allow my teammates to maybe get some hits in. Okay, that got me there. If I had the 5 blue bars, I could have done a breaker. So that's why I try to stay away until I have my breaker meter built up. Get behind, do some extra damage. Remember, any landing attacks can build up your break meter. I'm sharpshooter, so the combo meter does take a little more time to build up and goes away quicker. Alright, so I'll fight him again with my break. As soon as he starts attacking me, I'll prepare. He's not attacking me, but I'll prepare to use the breaker. Like right now. There we go. So you do it at the right time, complete combos, and you can really get that health down. Like mine just now. But yeah, when my health is low, okay, he's chasing me. You gotta kind of Dark Souls the attacks here from the enemy. Yeah, let him get onto someone else, and then I'll repair. Yeah, when the bosses come at you, sometimes it could be 4 moves total. And so you try to dash away right as it comes to you, just like Dark Souls. But then also, you can block if needed, which I don't do it too much, but I really need to get into the advanced blocking techniques. All right, and if you, look up at the top, you can see there's a canister up there. That's something to look out for, because missions really do have a layout on the map where you go out of your way to find secrets. All right, so a mobile armor battle. So this is one of the bigger complaints this game has, is just how difficult these battles are. I agree they're hard, but it's a fun challenge, at least for me. Like, man, he's not letting me get any hits in. And, I mean, just looking at this boss, this reminds me of playing Dark Souls, Bloodborne, The Surge, those types of action games where you really have to memorize the movement. Just then, like, he was whipping around and I was able to dodge that. You have to memorize that stuff, because that's how you get killed easily. And what I'm actually kind of waiting for here is I want to get my special unlocked so I can just take out all these enemies and get a bunch of capital. Here's an example of, jumping up to just random ledges. You will find canisters. And, I do like kind of going off and exploring. It gives time for my special to recharge so that then I can go and, again, get a lot more capital. Okay, it looks like hitting the explosion, or the mines, doesn't net you capital. So. But yeah, look at all this. Look at all this I got. It's amazing. All right, and so by using, like, the breaker you saw at the end, I was able to, I had my special, using the breaker to continue the melee. I was going to the back of the mobile armor so I can continue to attack. And if you also notice, my medkits were at 0 because, yeah, it could be that difficult. Well, anyway, that's about it. Hopefully these kind of tips and tricks after, 20 hours of playing more advanced techniques, hopefully they make a lot of sense. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And if you have any tips, also, yeah, let us know in the comments too. Is there anything specific you want me to show off? Let me know that as well, because I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. You can tell with the 20+ hours, and I'm down to do some more. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll talk later.